Hey, welcome everybody. I'm just getting into the studio, so we're just getting started here. So it's going to take a couple seconds to get everything organized, but I wanted to start right on time. Welcome to First Friday. Welcome to WVOX Radio. And as you can see here, back there, that's the studio we're going to be in. WVOX Radio, streaming live right here on TikTok, and of course it's First Friday. Hey, you good for us? All right, here we go. We're gonna go in the studio. Let's come on in. Wait, let's grab my coat. How about that? So it is an incredibly difficult day here. Hi there.
Are you solo today?
I'm solo today. Yes. Sherry has had surgery and is recovering.
Okay.
So it's just me.
Just you? Okay.
It's just
me. In or just...
Nope. It's going to be just us and the crew. We're going to go full on call in.
Awesome.
And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to get everything set up. So thank you for joining us. And it's going to take me just a moment to set everything up. We will set it up so that you guys can hear the radio broadcast as well as everything else. Plug in the computer, do all that good stuff. So give me just a second to do this the right way. The WVOX studios are located in New Rochelle, New York, which is part of Westchester County, for those of you who are far away. And every month we do this show. We do the show called First Friday right here at WVOX. And the crazy thing about WVOX is that it's a Fox News affiliate. And we make jokes about it all the time because Fox News, as we all know, is a pathetic excuse for news. But hang on. Let's get this all set up. Make sure it's working. Hang on, we're going to put your headphones on so you guys can hear. Whoops, don't want to put it over the camera. There you go. So let's make sure the audio.
Know how to salt the roads?
Yeah, there you go. So they're in their newscast right now, which we don't care about. And we'll get our commercial times and we'll get ready to go. I'll get my glasses, and I'm glad you could join us. So what's going on, TikTok family? Crazy day. Lots to talk about, and it's going to be all your phone calls. So 914-636-0110 is the number here at the WVOX studios, and we're going to talk about all sorts of things. So let me get my new little pink wireless mouse going. Maybe. There we go. Let's get our mouse going. There are some very odd things going on in the world that we're going to talk about. Some very outrageous things going on in the world that we're going to talk about. Let me get my headphones on so that I can hear what's going on the radio and hear your phone calls. Oop. Let's see if those are working. They are. That's good. All right. So let's see where that is. Let's just get the things up that we want to talk about. There we go. So we don't have our commercial times just yet, but we typically go on at about 1:08. That's when the news and the weather end. And we are on till 2 o'clock, and we welcome you. And I'm sorry if it's kind of hard. So let's just get that. Get TikTok up. Let's get the live up here on the computer too. There we go, because I can see the comments much better here. Well, thank you, Elizabeth Emick Lixie. What do I do for work? I am a lawyer, as you will hear. I'm a lawyer in Westchester County, New York, just north of New York City. And every month, here at WVOX Radio, here, let's see if you can get a WVOX microphone here in the shot. It kind of blocks the shot. But here at WVOX Radio, we do the show called First Friday. And usually it's me and a guest. Here are our times. Thank you, sir. But Sherry's not here today because she's recovering from surgery. So we go on at 1:09:53. That's unusually late. And our first block is about 9 minutes. So we'll take your phone calls. We'll take everybody's phone calls as soon as we get going here. And I can now see your comments. So let's see if we can't shift this over here. There we go. Let's see here in the comments. Do I get nervous? No, I've been doing broadcasting since 1969. Actually, the fall of '68 is when I had my first broadcasting job. So, nervous isn't part of it. What gender was I when I was born? Not this one. Or that's what they thought. Yeah, the Fox News in the background, I'm sorry about that. It's just like, can you believe it? Me on a Fox News affiliate, but that's where we are. When's the wedding? The wedding's in June. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. Here we go. Ooh, that's not.
I turned the volume down.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. So you guys can hear that. An affiliate of the station, yeah. The station is affiliated with Fox, but we're on every month, and they're really nice to us. So here's the weather forecast. It's supposed to be icy here. Let's see what's going on. Ice. It's 33 degrees and it's sleeting. Yucky. It's about a half-hour drive from my house to get down to the studio. And it's going to get colder. So I don't know if we're going to be able to go live from the hot tub later. I was sort of thinking of doing the show live from the hot tub at some point, but that'd be kind of crazy, wouldn't it? Hi in the UK, how you doing? Do I like Iggy Pop? I haven't heard Iggy Pop in a long time. You're a radio? Wow. Here we go. I think it's our turn. Thank you.
Many different voices are heard in the land. Opinions
Can you guys
expressed
hear
in
the
our
audio?
community and open line are not necessarily those of the station, its management, or sponsors. As always, we're privileged to amplify the voice of the people here on Vox Populi 1460 and worldwide at WVOX.com for you and yours.
The best way to start your day.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Here we go.
Westchester, with Dennis and Tommy. Weekday mornings from 6 to 9, right here on 1460 WVOX.
1460 WVOX.
They're playing our song.
Stay tuned now on 1460 WVOX for First Friday, our monthly call-in program focusing on the intersection of law and politics, featuring prominent Westchester County attorneys Sherry Gordon and Kristen Browdy. Sherry and Kristen take your calls at 914-636-0110. And now, First Friday on 1460 WVOX.
Welcome to First Friday, everybody. I'm Kristen Browdy. Sherry Gordon's off this week. She is recovering from surgery. We hope she's feeling better and that she'll be back with us again in March. But welcome to First Friday. Live on WVOX radio, streaming around the world, and of course live on TikTok. So big hello to everybody who's watching and listening in on TikTok. And we are going to do this month. It's going to be you and me. You and me, and we're going to talk politics. I mean, that's what this show's all about, the intersection of politics and law. And this month, the intersection of politics and law has been crazy. And I want to start out by telling you a story that broke in the Washington Post yesterday. The National Butterfly Center sounds completely unremarkable. Sounds like a lovely place, right? Sounds like a place you'd like to take the kids. The National Butterfly Center is on the border in southern Texas and Mexico. And the National Butterfly Center has had to close. It has had to close. Why have they had to close the National Butterfly Center? Because right-wing, kooky nutballs have threatened to come there and invade it. Two congressional candidates, Republican actual congressional candidates, have said they want to come in there with guns. Why, you may ask? Because it's the new thing. The new thing is that when people think you're a Democrat and they're Trumpist Republicans and lunatic fringe folk, they start calling you a pedophile. And what they have decided is that the National Butterfly Center, remember the pizza place, Ping Pong Pizza in Washington, where the guy came in with a rifle and tried to shoot up the basement because Hillary Clinton was running a sex ring in the basement and molesting kids. Well, there wasn't even a basement there. Never mind that. He came in and started firing shots. Well, now they've decided that's what's going on at the National Butterfly Center. The National Butterfly Center. And there are supposedly rafts of undocumented people coming in from Mexico across the border at the National Butterfly Center. And they actually have had credible threats at the National Butterfly Center. That's how bad things have gotten. The National Butterfly Center, no joke, has been forced to close for the immediate future because of baseless attacks stemming from a clash over immigration enforcement and child sex. This is from the Washington Post. Can you believe this? 914-636-0110 is our number here. Call in. If you are a Republican and you can defend this kooky crap, I'd love to hear from you. If you're a Democrat and you're outraged by it, or anybody else who's wondering, what the hell has politics come to in this country? Give us a call. 914-636-0110. We are here on First Friday, and I'd love to hear from anybody who even halfway thinks they can have a rational explanation for attacking the National Butterfly Center. I mean, what the heck? Okay. National Butterfly Center, topic number one. Topic number two, the economy. Have you heard all this stuff? Have you heard all this stuff about Joe Biden running this country into the ground? Things are terrible. Oh my God, the world's coming to it. No. Today, the Department of Labor Statistics reported that the United States economy, which was economists thought going to be having a really bad month because of COVID, maybe 125,000 jobs being added in the economy. No, it was almost 500,000, 467,000. And they increased the number that were added last. The economy going great guns. Wages, real wages, up by 5.7%. Yes, inflation's a problem, but guess what? People's wages are keeping up. So somebody call in and tell me how it is that Joe Biden is ruining the nation. If our economy's going strong, I mean, the National Butterfly Center, that we had to close that down because goodness knows. And now, just this minute, the Republican Party has voted to condemn two of its sitting congresspeople, Liz Cheney and a guy named Kinzinger, Adam Kinzinger, who is from Illinois, Cheney, of course, from Wyoming, condemned them because what did they do? They actually had the integrity to try to investigate, to join in the investigation of the attempted coup at the Capitol on January 6th. And that apparently is so anathema to Republicans. I mean, what does the Republican Party become? They don't want the truth. That's out, straight out. Somebody call in with an explanation for this, or call in and tell me what you think of it. 914-636-0110. Condemn the people who actually want to find out what happened. Really? Really? And we have our first caller on the line, and it is Titus or Titan. I can't quite read that, but come on in. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm having a wonderful time. Tell me what's your opinion on this?
Well, with the National Butterfly Center, I think that is how absurd.
I know. Try to make it make sense.
I mean, the only thing that I can think of is, just how close it is to that southern border, which seems to be such a just a epicenter for the Republicans, for the far right, I should say. And I guess that's the only thing I can see. That I just don't understand why they would target the National Butterfly Center of all places.
Yeah, I mean, I know those butterflies must be very, very dangerous. I mean, they've got 3,000 species of butterflies, and we can't let them come in illegally. Somebody check their papers. I mean, what on earth is going on? I appreciate that. We've got to figure this out. I think the real question to ask, it's easy to make fun of them because the National Butterfly Center, the center of child sex and unlawful immigration, really. But let's get down. Is this just a distraction? Is this the new thing for the Republicans, that they can't win on facts, that they've abandoned facts, they're post-facts? All they want to do is rile up people and think, oh my God, you're being threatened. Is that all they have now?
Well, I'll tell you, Kristen, I actually consider myself a Republican, but
okay.
This is something, and I have a deep regard for you, and this is just something that is way far off what I would go to support. My God, I mean, it's
okay. Let me put you on the spot. Because I love that you called in, and I thank you for it. And I've disclosed to people before, the very first political candidate for whom I worked when I was a teenager was a Republican, Nelson Rockefeller, the governor of the state of New York at the time, who became vice president. And that was in a time when Republicans had principles. And we're happy to stay. We had disagreements on policy. That's great. But you're faced with a choice now as a Republican. Your choice is, number one, back the Trumpists who have seized control of the party and who are invading the National Butterfly Center. Or number two, swallow your principles. And I recognize that there are substantive policy principles that Republicans have that don't happen to match mine, but they have their viewpoints. That's fine. So do you stick with the party and go, swallow your pride and go with the Trumpists?
30 seconds.
Or do you switch and come back? We only got 30 seconds, but we'll get back to this. So what? Quick answer. Which way do you go?
I will not stand behind the way the Republican Party is.
20 seconds.
Okay, there you have it. We're coming up on a commercial break, and I appreciate the call. 914-636-0110. Right after the break, come back for more of First Friday, and we'd like to hear from you. I'm Kristen Browdy. Sherry Gordon's off this month. We'll see you just after the break. Okay, there you go. We have about 2 minutes and 45 seconds here in this break. TikTok family, how you doing? Trying to catch up with some comments. You're a tech... Yeah, Titan is his name? If we don't get anybody else on the phone, yes. Otherwise, we'll yeah. I am a lawyer, but I worked in broadcasting for many, many years. Yep. Well, thanks, Maria. Don't seem to the end-all be-all. The two options don't seem to be the end-all be-all. You know what? I'm not going to disagree with that entirely either. And I'm looking at the Fox Business Channel. This has nothing to do with business, of course, but they're in the propaganda business, and they're talking about the crime statistics. So maybe we should talk about crime statistics too, because the New York City crime statistics are up dramatically, but up from the lowest rates in my lifetime. So, okay. And Fox News is talking about the gas prices hitting a 7-year high of $3.42. So we got lots to talk about. It's 914-636-0110. Deidre, the crazies at CNN. I helped start CNN back in 1979. I was original Pentagon and Supreme Court correspondent. So, are you saying I'm crazy? Of course, I'm not at CNN. Haven't been for quite a while. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're coming back.
And now back to First Friday, featuring prominent Westchester County attorneys Sherry Gordon and Kristen Browdy on 1460 WVOX.
Welcome back to First Friday. I'm Kristen Browdy in Sherry Gordon's recovering from surgery. We wish her the best. And we are taking your phone calls live at 914-636-0110. So much to talk about. We are, the Fox News folks are screaming about crime because I guess the economy being going well doesn't work for them. Crime statistics in New York City are up. They are from the lowest in my lifetime, and my lifetime's a long lifetime, but they are up. And they're all saying it's all bail reform. Anyway, we've got Titan still on the phone. Titan, thank you for sticking with us.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that you can't hang with the invasion of the National Butterfly Center and the other stuff. Okay, take a look at Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger, two Republican congresspeople who I would call principled Republican conservatives, who wanted to find out the truth about January 6th and participate in the commission that is investigating what happened on January 6th. The Republican Party has today officially condemned them and is going to, Kinzinger's resigning or retiring. He's not going to run for re-election. Cheney is running, and the Republicans, the party is going to fund a primary challenger. What's your stance on that?
Well, I don't think it's right for the Republican Party to come out against both of them. They certainly deserve a place to speak their mind about that, and I think perhaps the Republican Party isn't necessarily the place for them to say that, but I don't think it's the Republican Party's place to say, look, we're not going to have a space for you to do that. We want you out. And I think it's inappropriate.
Oh, we on our TikTok, we stream live on TikTok, and we also broadcast here live on WVOX. And in the TikTok chat, someone who calls himself Green Monster 34 says January 6th was a trespassing issue by Americans fighting for their own civil rights. I don't know any people fighting for their civil rights with threatening to hang the vice president, who, by the way, at the time was a Republican, or the Speaker of the House. I don't get that.
No. The United States has never been about breaking into a prominent building and threatening the lives of people. That is just not okay, and I fully support the investigations of the January 6th committee, because there has to be some accountability, and it just has to happen.
I couldn't agree with you more. And we got another comment in the TikTok chat. Just seems like a Republican bashing session. Normally I enjoy this. Deidre Fletcher, call on in. Let's hear your take on it. 914-636-0110, the number to call. If you're listening on TikTok, if you're watching on TikTok, if you're hearing us on the internet via the WVOX stream, or wherever you may be, we're interested in hearing from you. And if you're a Democrat, that's okay. You can call in too. It's just something that I don't get. Where did the tinfoil hat crowd take over the Republican Party? I mean, these conspiracy theories, these, oh my God, the pedophiles are coming. Everybody who the Republicans disagree with is now getting labeled a pedophile. There must be so many pedophiles running around that we don't know about. I mean, really? That's all you got? How about, remember when the Republican Party was for, wait for it, small government. Now they are for small government just small enough to shrink through that keyhole in your bedroom and get in there and find out what's going on. That's what it's about. Did you know 280 bills have been introduced in state legislatures? We're, what, 5 weeks into the year? 5 weeks into new legislative sessions. 280 bills have been introduced into state legislatures across the nation and into some counties that actually would take away anti-discrimination positions, that would, in some cases, criminalize providing care to transgender individuals. There is Florida's bill that's apparently about to become law called the Don't Say Gay bill that requires teachers, medical providers to out kids to their parents. This is the party of small government? Small government? 914-636-0110. If you're a Republican who hates what I'm saying, you hate what I'm saying, you hate me bashing the Republican Party for this crap, and it is crap. If you hate me doing that, call up and tell me why I'm wrong. 914-636-0110. You're listening on TikTok, you're watching on TikTok, you're around the world, give us a call. 914-636-0110. Because I got lots more. I honestly cannot believe the crap, and it is crap. Pennsylvania, the municipality of Chambersburg, the borough council has voted 7-3 to repeal an ordinance that at the metropolitan level prevented against discrimination, not on the basis of LGBTQ status, but on the basis of sex. In that part of Pennsylvania, they have decided that sex discrimination is fine. You can be fired from your job because you're a woman. What? That's the Republican Party? Really? 7-3 to repeal provisions that protect you on the basis of sex. Fortunately, it doesn't mount to a hill of beans, because guess what? There's federal law that still protects you, and the United States Supreme Court, in spite of it having a right-wing tilt by a 6-2 margin, said that discrimination on the basis of sex in employment is unlawful. Unlawful. We are coming up on another break. 914-636-0110. The number to call in if you can defend the Republican Party, or if you think that the Republicans are crackpots, if you think they have lost their way, if you think that the party of small government has become the party of large hypocrisy, give us a call. We'll be back right after the break. I'm Kristen Browdy, and Sherry Gordon is off this month. She'll be back in March. And you know, if you want to go whataboutism on me, come on, bring it. 914-636-0110, right here on First Friday. So we've got a news break here. Oh my goodness. There you go. Glad you're enjoying the show. I'm just trying to clean up a little bit and get ready for the next segment. Let's just see here. See where the comments are going. Lauren, thanks. Oh my goodness. Shannon went radio silent. Okay. Uh-huh. At what point are we going to listen up and say the two-party system isn't working, right? That's a good question. TikTok family, give us a call, 914-636-0110. We come back after the break in, 4 minutes? A little less than 4 minutes. Can we talk about Whoopi Goldberg? Hey, that's a great idea. Mindy, thank you for that. You can tell their parents if you want to. You think that's the right thing to do? Call me up and tell me why. The Lebanon County Pizza. Wait a minute. I don't know about the Lebanon County Pizza. The hate comment for Christy No? Yep, it's a radio show. Mm-hmm. Yep. We are at WVOX. Here, you can see. WVOX radio. I probably should have put my phone on what do you call it? Airplane mode. Am I the host? I am. Mm-hmm. Slower, please. 914-636-0110 is the number. And we are back live in just under just about 2 minutes, almost exactly. You aren't Republicans. Bing bong. Yeah, I got that. That's great. Tell Republicans to eat dirt. Take on Whoopi. Let's get the exact quote. We'll talk about Whoopi. Okay. Okay, here comes our weather forecast. And we'll be coming with a TikTok call right after the break. What's the Butterfly Sanctuary? It is the National Butterfly Center in Texas. Here we go. It's going to be cold and nasty. That's what he's saying.
You guys are the greatest.
Dennis and Tawny, and Good Morning Westchester.
All right,
Weekday mornings
here we
from
come.
6 to 9, right here on 1460 WVOX.
1460 WVOX.
And now back to First Friday, featuring prominent Westchester County attorneys Sherry Gordon and Kristen Browdy on 1460 WVOX.
Welcome back to First Friday. I'm Kristen Browdy. Sherry's off this month. Hi, TikTok family. Hi, WVOX family. We are talking politics, and it's First Friday, and somebody on Friday, and somebody on TikTok, Whoopi Goldberg, and her being suspended by The View on ABC. And she was suspended by someone who I used to work for, a woman named Kim Godwin, who's now the president of ABC News, who was the producer of the 6 o'clock news at WNBC TV when I was a reporter there a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And what you need to know about Kim Godwin is that Kim Godwin is not some white racist whatever. Kim Godwin is a black woman and is a superb journalist. And she suspended Whoopi Goldberg for saying that the Holocaust was not about race. Suspended her for 2 weeks. There's been a lot of reaction to it. People want to talk about that. 914-636-0110 is our number. Or you can talk about the National Butterfly Center. Or you can talk about anything you want to talk about. And we have Roxanne on the line. Roxanne, welcome in.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you? What's your comment?
I just wanted to say, both sides of, I'm basically an independent, I guess. And, it seems that, we go off on all these politicians, but these politicians are doing all this stuff to mess us up. Not just one side. I mean, I've been towards Republican side. I've never been a Trump fan.
Okay.
But I've always basically sided with the Republican side.
Okay. And what has made you proud to be a Republican, or to tend that way?
Basically, I know that you just mentioned a minute ago about small government. I like small government.
Okay.
I don't want the government in my business. And now they're not small government; they're big government, and we all know that. But all these little things like the butterfly thing, that's just a stupid Republican politician trying to get some stupid something going. Just like we have here. I'm from Virginia,
okay.
And we have a thing they're trying to push through here in regards to all the different groups that we have, LGBTQ, your Black Lives Matter, all these groups, and they're having trouble just getting the law passed in regards to everyone is equal. Just every instead of saying having all these groups, saying just human beings, just being human beings. If their politicians just go, just being a human being, you cannot make fun of this person. Just being a human being, you cannot degrade this person. You cannot not hire him for a job just for being a human being. But now we've got all these groups coming in here now that want us to sit there and go, okay, cater to them.
Well, is it a matter of catering to them or just giving them an equal chance? Now, I should disclose.
Yeah,
I lived in Virginia Beach, and covered the Virginia State Legislature for 2 years. Now, this is back when.
Norfolk.
Oh, okay. So I worked at 13 News WVEC back in the day.
Wow.
This is going back a week or two, back when Chuck Robb was the lieutenant governor, and now you've got this guy Youngkin, who says he's a small government Republican, but not really.
Well, we'll see that. We'll see that.
Yeah.
No one knows, but you got to understand the guy we had in here closed me down during COVID while he kept all these big businesses open.
Yep.
That idiot was also that he made and I'm not saying that after I got opened back up that we didn't do good, but he closed me down and I got scared for 2 months.
What kind of business? What kind of business are you in?
I own a tattoo business.
A tattoo business. Okay.
Yes. And so when he closed us down, and we have never had, and since we opened up, we haven't had a person. Any of my staff has had COVID.
Oh, you're lucky.
None of them have.
You are lucky.
I know. Well, I know that.
Well, let me ask you a question. When we got under COVID, let's ask you a question, because it's a big thing up here where I am, and I imagine it is where you are as well. The big thing now is what's being called mask choice, which I think is just anti-mask, and it's like vaccine choice is just anti-vax. But that's how they're branding it. And they're saying that our schools ought to be opened up and that kids shouldn't have to wear masks because it's harmful to them. Now, I'm the
Well,
parent.
you
I'm
know-
the parent of a senior in high school.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
and he's going to school. He's wearing a mask, and I worry, frankly, more about him catching something at school than I worry about
of
him
course.
wearing a mask. Now,
Yeah, they're going to. But you've also got to understand that that as a parent, it's up to the parent. It's up to parent. That's why Youngkin won, because Terry McAuliffe went on and told parents about school, about their education.
said some of the dumbest things I've ever heard. McAuliffe, and I am a vice chair of the Democratic Party in Westchester County, and I think that Terry McAuliffe was a bonehead. How could he say those things?
I watched that. And I said he just lost the election.
Yep, and he did.
That'll bring people together worse than anything. Talking about the kids, parents are not going to talk about the kids, but in regards to what you're saying, I think it's up to the parent in regards to that. I have the vaccine. I have a condition where my doctor recommended I get it. I got all the vaccines and stuff like that. I don't wear a mask all the time now. I mean, they were trying to make us mask again, and I just don't, because I'm not one of these people that's scared. That's scared of something. So, I'm going to fight something. I've got cancer. You fight cancer. We don't fight this. People don't, I understand people got preconceived conditions, but they need to start looking at this. Things are going to kill you. And,
well, I'd rather it be later rather than sooner for both you and me.
Yeah. Well, of course, everybody would, of course. But what I'm saying is kids are not getting it as bad as and you're talking about herd immunity.
Sure. Well, let me stop you there. You say kids aren't getting it as bad, but when the kid brings it home and infects grandpa, and grandpa dies of it, which, by the way, happened in my partner's family.
Yes.
And, they were anti-vax, and sure enough, they got 2 dead people now.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, but, I had one of my guys, his father would not get the vaccine. Well, he ended up passing away. And
there you go.
Overweight.
Fool around and find out.
Didn't take care of himself. Didn't take care of himself like this and everything like that. And, now I believe in the vaccine, but I still agree with your right to not have the vaccine.
You do?
You're right. I agree with you.
Okay, well, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Let's talk about that, because that's where you and I are going to differ. If you don't get the vaccine, and you infect people in your community, you think you should have the right to make that decision?
I do. You have the right to stay at home.
Okay.
They have the right to stay. They have the right to stay at home if they're not.
Okay, you're going to stay at home. That's a different thing. But if you go, but nobody can do that.
If I knew there was a vaccine, I'm not coming near you. I'm not going near a lot of people. I'm not going into crowds. Like that. I agree with you on that. But and if I'm working with a group of people and I got old people living at home, I'm going to, go, hey, I can't come over there until y'all get this straight. Until they get this straight. If I wouldn't do that.
1 minute.
I agree with you on certain,
Okay.
answers. But on but you got it's got to be looked at that instance, because what happens is we look at it on one side, like the Republicans and the Democrats. They both do it. They both do it to us now.
Okay, well, we're seeing comments on TikTok about my body, my choice, and where I draw the line here. Yeah, my body, my choice. Hang on just a second. My body, my choice. Sure, until you're gonna hurt somebody else's body. And we're gonna come into a break right now. 914-636-0110 is the number. Call back on the other side. If you got a comment on this, if you think the Republicans are actually on the right track,
20 seconds.
I think you're nuts, but okay, let's go. 914-636-0110. I'm Kristen Browdy. This is First Friday.
10.
We'll see you in a couple of minutes. All right, TikTok family. We are coming in the home stretch here. We have one more segment, one more chance for you to get in on this. 914-636-0110. Right after the break, we're going to get back to all that. This break is one of our longer breaks. It's a 4-minute break. So we come back at 1:48:44. That's 3.5 minutes from now. So give us a call. Let's see what's going on here, because that was blocking us. I'm trying to follow along in the comments, which is hard to do. Hey, Logan, and hey, JT, thank you. And Sid's in the chat, too. So we're gonna get to this. My body, when you infect somebody, they die. You're gonna feel guilty. Well, I'm gonna say that you shouldn't be able to be in that position. And B to Chico, great to see you. Thank you. So we're gonna get back, and we'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. But I'm gonna go back to the National Butterfly Center because that one's so crazy that I'm just like, really? What? And we got Whoopi Goldberg too. Sid's classes did start, yeah. You have a serious question? Go ahead, Catherine. I've got a couple of seconds here. Go ahead and fire away. Hi, in Suffolk County. What do I do for a living? No, Whoopi didn't, I don't think Whoopi quit. I haven't seen that. I know she's supposed to be really mad about it. But I'll take a quick look and see if we find anything about that. No, I don't see anything about her quitting. I see a lot about her being angry. The weather by us, it is icy. Rainy, icy. The vaccine doesn't help. Who said the vaccine doesn't help? What kind of a nutcase thing is that, Catherine? She was put on leave for 2 weeks, yes. Okay. Rigdon, give us a call. 914-636-0110. We are coming back in 1 minute and 10 seconds. So you got time to come on in here. Snowing in Maine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that was poorly worded by Whoopi, but, you know, I think it's... Both sides are awful. P-Boyker. Yep. 914. I wish I could pin the number. I don't really know how to do that. But no, I do the show once a month, the first Friday of every month, which is why it's called First Friday. And usually I do it with a co-host, but Sherry is sick, or she's recovering from surgery. So we don't have Sherry this month. So it's just me and you, and we're happy to hear you. 914-636-0110, and it's getting to be showtime. So we're going to turn this back up.
Daily brought to you by Honda of New Rochelle at 25 East Main Street, New Rochelle, and online at hondaofnewrochelle.com.
Radio's favorite dynamic duo.
At least we know what we're up against.
Dennis and Tommy, and Good Morning Westchester. Weekday mornings from 6 to 9, right here on 1460 WVOX.
1460 WVOX.
And now back to First Friday, featuring prominent Westchester County attorneys Sherry Gordon and Kristen Browdy on 1460 WVOX.
Hey everybody, I'm Kristen Browdy. Sherry Gordon's off this month. We hope she'll be back next month. And this is First Friday, live on TikTok, live on WVOX, and live talking about the things you want to talk about. And one of the things that we've been talking about here is the attack on the National Butterfly Center by right-wing people who call themselves Republican, who have been convinced that it is a hotbed. Those national butterflies, all 3,000 species of them, are engaged in pedophilia and smuggling undocumented folk from... This is the craziest thing I have ever heard. They actually had to close it because there was a threat that these people were going to bring guns. Republicans were going to bring guns and, who knows, shoot the staff? What? Anyway, we have Brian on the line. Brian, 914-636-0110. We got time for Brian's call. Brian, where are you?
What do you mean? How do you mean that?
No, there you are. I hear you. What's your comment?
I just wanted to make a comment about the vaccine.
Sure. Go ahead, Brian.
You said that everyone should be vaccinated in order to prevent the spread, and people should be forced to. But the vaccine doesn't stop people from getting it, especially like with the new Omicron variant. It was spreading like wildfire. Still.
That's correct. It doesn't stop you from getting it, but it does stop you from getting people, yourself getting sick to the point that you're in the hospital and die from it. It decreases your chance of doing that by more than 90%, and thus you don't spread it. And I say this, my son has been quarantined, my older son, who is a student, double vaxxed, COVID boosted, and guess what? He's got it, mild case, felt like a cold, and he's been quarantined for a week. And that's the way it should be. Let's go to Alex. Alex on the phone. What's your comment? Alex, welcome.
Yes, thank you very much. I believe that the political philosophy of the left, manifested in the thoughts, words, and deeds of the Democrat Party, is in the process of trying to destroy the United States of America.
Really? You don't think trying a coup attempt on January 6th is trying to destroy the United States of America? You don't think trying to assassinate the vice president and hang the Speaker of the House is a threat to America? But you think it's the Democratic policies and their thoughts?
Yeah, the Democrats are trying to destroy.
So you excuse people going into the Congress of the United States and trying to capture the vice president, a Republican, by the way, and the Speaker of the House.
The Democrats hate the United States.
Yeah, no. You're changing the subject here, dude.
The Democrats want to enslave black people.
They want to enslave black people. Okay, we're done with you, Alex. Nice talking to you. Mary, come on in here. Mary, what's your comment? I don't hear Mary.
Hello?
There you go. There you are, Mary. Hi.
Hi.
Come on in. What's your comment, Mary?
Biden rigged the election. Trump fucking won.
Well, I hope they got that. Mary, I hope you enjoy land in delusion. Whatever drugs you're taking or whatever delusions you're having, get treatment. I mean, it's really funny. If for those people who are saying that Trump is actually the president, does that mean that all the things you're claiming that Biden didn't actually happen? What is this stuff? I mean, I have great respect for people who disagree with me on things like economic policy, disagree with me on all sorts of policies, but when they come up with this Looney Tunes stuff and think that butterflies are invading, the butterfly center is a threat to America, I gotta wonder what planet these people live on and where they get their information. Where do they get this information? They do their own research. What? You read something on some blog somewhere and you think that's credible information? 914-636-0110. If you are a sane Republican, if there is such a thing, and I think there probably is, why don't you try to explain where this crap's coming from and what you want to do about it? Because that would be sensible. That would be sensible. If you got something sensible to say, we got Vince. Vince happens to be a sane person on the other side. So Vince, come on in here. Let's hear what you've got to say.
Well, some of the questions about the elections and all that other stuff are rather remarkable. Just a couple of things that stand out recently. Right now, down in D.C., they have a special gulag or prison for like 400 or so American citizens, most of whom have been charged with nonviolent crimes of misdemeanor obstruction of governmental.
You're talking about the people who invaded the Capitol and tried to capture Mike Pence.
Well, I don't know. Do you know that all of them were trying to do that, or just a few?
Well, you saw the video. You tell me. Does one person get a pass?
I know the facts, but what I am suggesting is we're talking about a bail reform and why keep people in prison for nonviolent offenses.
Those were pretty violent offenses, weren't they?
Well, didn't I just tell you that the vast majority of the people who've been imprisoned have been arrested for?
All I got to tell you, Vince, is if those protesters had been black, if those protesters had been young people, remember what happened just a few days earlier. Just a few days earlier.
That discussion with you. Do you actually know why there were no
Yeah, because Donald Trump vetoed it. Let's go on to Riley. Riley's on the phone. Riley, what's your take on this?
This is Mary Trump.
Okay, thanks, Riley. Vince, are you still there with us? We lost Vince. Okay. You know, we get people who think that they don't want to get involved in the discourse. And Vince, I respect. I mean, you know, but the whataboutism of it, yeah, that's not going to fly. Yes, there was a riot, but not everybody was a rioter. Yes, they tried to assassinate Mike Pence and Nancy Pelosi, but no, not everybody did. And the ones who didn't get charged with actually trying to hang him, that's okay. The ones who weren't beating up on police officers, those are Republicans. Republicans used to be the party that called itself the Law and Order Party. That's what they used to be. And that's when people like Nelson Rockefeller and Henry Cabot Lodge were responsible. It just boggles my mind that rational Americans, who I disagree with, absolutely rational people who have a different viewpoint, have suddenly lost their minds. Suddenly, completely lost their minds and think that the Butterfly Center is the problem. They think that the National Butterfly Center has become a hotbed of smuggling and pedophilia, and they threaten to go in there with guns. That seems to be their thing. Let's go in with guns. Let's go get them. What is that about? Claire, you're on the line. What's going on? Claire?
Yes, I am a very proud Democrat. I'm 48 years old, and for the first time in my life, I've been so glued to the TV, and I live in a small town, very country, and I'm just amazed at the stupidity of people who, you know, talk about, oh, I can't get the vaccine, I don't wear a mask, and it's like, do you realize how stupid you look and sound? Because you're just letting anybody else that you're near, because you don't social distance, possibly get anything that you might have. I'm really just dumbfounded.
I can't explain it. I am right there with you, and I thank you for calling in and being a rational voice here. What town, what part of the country do you live in?
I live in a small town called Athens, Tennessee, and unfortunately, I'm from Orlando, Florida originally, and I'm embarrassed about that too.
Well, Ron DeSantis is an embarrassment. There's no question about that. And what's going on in Florida with their "Don't Say Gay" law, where teachers and medical professionals are going to be required to out LGBT kids. What happened to this party of small government? What happened to letting people, you know, they say, oh, we want people to make their own decisions. We don't want the government intrude, except in their bedrooms. What is that about?
The question is, what happened for the people?
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Well, Claire, I thank you. Thank you for calling in. I hope you can talk to your neighbors. Do you talk to your neighbors about this stuff?
Oh, are you kidding? We live on like 9 acres, and these people are out here.
1 minute.
Republicans. They all vote for Trump with their Trump flags
Mm-hmm.
and their bike signs out.
Mm-hmm. And you can't talk to them about it? I mean, it's like nobody's listening?
Oh, no, it's just around here, you know, you step on their property and you get shot. So you pretty much just put your signs up and clap and wave, you know.
All right. Well, I appreciate all you're doing, and I appreciate your spirit. And Claire, I thank you for your call. We're going to wrap up this edition of First Friday, the first Friday for February. We're going to wish Sherry Gordon a speedy recovery from her surgery. And we are going to thank everybody who called from WVOX and from TikTok. And I'm Kristen Browdy. We will be back again next month, the first Friday of the month at 1 o'clock Eastern Time for another edition of First Friday. Have a great month, everybody. TikTok family. TikTok family, that's how it works. I got to clear out of the studio to make room for the next hosts who come in here. So I'm going to just pack up real fast. But I thank you guys all for hanging in here with me. Whoops. While we do this, take that down, get my glasses. That's what we do here. Thanks so much. We're going to wrap this up now. Have a great month, everybody. We'll talk to you from the hot tub real soon. Bye.